Ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to look at a tank that isn't really played that much. A tank that's never played. Now, this tank, the ISU 130, it's never played because it's shit. People don't play it, honestly, because it isn't a great tank. Now, it can still perform, of course, it's a ISU. Any ISU can perform on the battlefield. But I just don't get... I used to like the tank. Honestly, when it first came out, I used to like it. But nowadays, I don't get why anyone would want to play or pay for this tank when you could just go out and get the ISU 152, which is just better in every single way. Of course, with the PBR, it looks like an absolute beast as well. However, it just isn't the same tank as the ISU 152. So the thing with the tank, it does have one of those guns where your premium round is not actually a premium round. It's got less penetration, but it does have more damage. So it's got no armor whatsoever. However, you can still get the troll bounce because of the gun mantlet is so big. But other than that, you got no armor. DPM is solid at 3,122. Of course, if you are running it with the extra gun, the bigger gun, you're probably getting it even more than that. The reload time is fairly good as well at 8.8. Your penetration is 245. So 245 on your AP, and that's the best you're going to get. So, yeah, you're going to struggle. Normal ISU has like over 300 pen on your premium round. But this, of course, doesn't have a premium round. Basically, your standard AP is your premium round because it has the most pen. Of course, if you come up against those tier 7s and you can penetrate most things, then, yeah, you're going to use the other AP that has less penetration, but it does have more damage. So, the damage on your normal AP is 460, your premium AP is 530, and your HE is 600. Like, just run an ISU, you've got over 600 damage on your normal rounds. So you might as well just run the normal ISU 152. 3.6 aim time, and your dispersion is 0.308, and it only has 6 degrees of gun depression with top speed of 43 kilometers per hour. Now, we do have a good replay in the tank showing that it can actually perform. But before we get into someone else's replay, let's have a look at a replay what normally happens to me. So a replay that I do compared to a replay that someone else does. So I fast forward it because there's literally no point in even watching it. So we get a bounce. At least we get a shot off on the E50, but sadly it doesn't penetrate. And to be fair, my team absolutely annihilated the enemy. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm just going to wait here. To try and support my T54 because he has lesser hit points. And if I can get a shot off on this Leopard PTA, then yeah, he's definitely going to win. So let's get the shot and let's get a bounce, or let's just track him and do no damage. No problem. My reload's pretty solid. I should be able to reload in time. No, I don't. So at this point, I'm like, you know, he's going to be pulled out. The T-54 is going to pull him out. As soon as he takes the shot, then the Leopard PTA is going to pull out, and I'm going to get a nice, juicy shot into the side of him. So I'm waiting. Okay, he's now a one-shot. The T-54, is he going to die? Is he going to die? And am I going to be able to get the kill on the Leopard? Yeah, no. And then by the time he's dead, there's just 2 other tanks left alive. So I'm thinking, okay, do you know what? I might be able to get one shot. I could have turned right here, but I'm like, he's there. So I do turn, and yeah, not very good at all. So we don't block anything, and we just do 0 damage. Poor game, but I survived. At least I survived, and I did not contribute to the team whatsoever. But at least I survived. Look at that. Everyone else, 1,500 damage. What a team that was. And there's me at the bottom with absolutely nothing. So, yeah, not very good at all. So, we're going to get into a game where actually he does very, very well. Now, we are going to fast forward it just a little bit, just so we get into the thick of it. So, as I've said, it doesn't have any armor whatsoever. Like, you may get that troll bounce, because the gun mantlet is actually quite big. So, if you do wiggle, then you might be able to get them to shoot your gun mantlet. So, yeah, not a nice shot there. But he gets away with it because the Chimera sort of misses his shot. So, yeah, I'm not complaining. DPM is very, very solid for what it is. And it is nice to have sort of a premium round that does more alpha. But, yeah, you just lose on that penetration. So, 245 is pretty much the best you're going to get, unless you do run it with calibrated shells. But you're only going to get it to, what, around 260-ish, maybe, but you lose that DPM. So this guy's just 11 HP now. I'd probably just use HE just to be able to clear that guy. So far, 1 kill for our guy here. It is a 5 versus 5. The IS is getting torn apart by this T-43, so at least he's there to support him. And even against this guy, like, he could have actually used the premium AP. Maybe he thought he was going to kill him with the standard AP, but he does manage to take him out. So it is now a 4 versus 4. He hasn't really done anything to write home about at the moment. You know, 1400 damage isn't anything too special, but there is still 4 tanks, and there is still quite a lot of hit points out there. For me, it's definitely a camping tank. Yeah, I would say it is really sort of a camping tank. It has that DPM. The reload, as I've said, is fairly quite small, so you are constantly sort of firing your gun. And if you don't manage to get into cover like here, at least do what he does and at least try to get the bounce, which is what he done, but sadly he wasn't able to get that bounce. So far 2.4k damage. There's still 3 tanks that are pretty much full hit points. Hello 87, and as I said, he did manage to get a bounce from the IS-3 there, because he's shooting his mantlet, and it's a big mantlet. I'm not gonna lie, it is a big gun mantlet. So, yeah, you will be able to get the troll bounce. So, at the moment, it is now a 1 versus 4. So, it's not looking good for our guy in the ISU 130. At least he can try. I mean, at least there's 1 shot. He does take a shot from the IS-3 here. So, he is only on 550 hit points. So, yeah, there's still a lot of work to do. Now, he could potentially kill the IS-3 with the 1 shot. Doesn't. He leaves him just on 19 hit points. However, he is pushing. The IS-3's pushing. Don't know why, because our guy's going to have him on the reload. And at least he manages just to turn the corner in time. Now, the AT-7 is just going to keep coming around like, okay, thank you very much, goodbye. So that is 5 kills for our guy now. And again, he's got a couple of lucky blocked shots, like 800 block damage. And he's on 5k, pretty much 5k damage. There is the VK100, manages to get away. No idea what that VK100 is still doing. I don't even know why he's still there. But if he can manage to use the premium AP, then he's potentially a 2-shot. But it could still be 3 shots to try and get rid of that guy, but that juicy shot there may have helped. 533 damage, which is a very, very juicy shot, and he now is a potential 1-shot if he can use his premium AP, but he's got no choice because he has none of the other AP. No idea what he's aiming at there, and what are you doing? Don't turn. He just made it easy for him. So absolutely brilliant 1 versus 4. He shouldn't have won that game, but he did. Overall, it isn't a great tank, guys. If you do want the tank, just go grind the ISU 152. It is just much better in every way, and the tank's shit. That is why no one's playing it. So no one is playing this tank because it's shit. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsyreplays, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With